guys, it's episode Shay, and I hate myself. Hey guys, it's episode Shay. So I believe 3 days ago or 2 days ago, I'm not gonna get that today, baby, right? A couple days ago I made a poll on Twitter, which I think is actually really cute that I can do a poll now. Like, I'm actually really here for it. But anyway, so like whatever, I made a poll on Twitter asking what did you guys want me to talk about in my next story time video, and I have a piece of hair relaxing on my goddamn eyebrow. So yeah, so the winner of the poll was I was pregnant, as you can tell by the title of this video. So I don't even know why the fuck I'm going on about this. But anyway, so yeah, so I was pregnant. So I met this guy, of course. I met this guy like 2 years ago, whatever, and he was like just so cool. Sorry you hear like the birds chirping in the background because I'm literally outside right now and these bitches need to shut the fuck up. Anyway, so I was out and I had met this guy who was really cool. Like, it was like a perfect movie. Like, we ran into each other, we were just like talking. I was drunk, so when I'm drunk I'm super talkative, so I was just talking to him, and then I was like, oh my god, you like Jason Derulo, oh my god. And you know, we just went on from there. So we was talking, and then we ended up exchanging Instagram information, and he had contact me on Instagram and was like, hey, like, what's your number? So I gave my phone number, and we was talking, and like we would spend like hours on the phone just like talking about like our goals, what we want to do, like what do we do for fun, just like, you know, things like that. And these got like a little serious. We started dating, seeing each other, and of course we oh god, we had sex. And yeah, actually the first time we had sex, I got pregnant. And yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell y'all details. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I got pregnant or whatever. We was actually like outside in front of my house in his car, and I was just like bouncing up on that thing, and yeah, god Jesus, I'm sweating. Can you guys see the sweat dripping down my face? Yeah, so yeah, I got pregnant, and I didn't know. Wait, we didn't use condom. Duh, we didn't use a condom. And like I was freaking out about that the whole time, because I'm like we're tall people, and like we're in his car, which was like, it was like a pretty mid-sized car. So I'm like, we're tall, so I'm like, what if like we can't get from like untwisted from each other in time to like, you know, pull out. So I kept thinking about that, but it was so intense, and we were just in the moment, and it was so good. Like, our chemistry was like so good, so the sex was extra good, girl. Yes, girl. So you know, we did it, and then it happened a couple of times. So we had sex for like 6 hours. The sun came up. The sun was up when we got finished our sex. Okay, so yeah. So actually I found out that I was pregnant June 25th. Now, if you guys know what day that is, that's the day Michael Jackson died. My husband, my late husband, died. And yeah, it was just mad creepy, because I was getting ready to go to New York to hang out with the girls, you know, for his anniversary. And I was getting dressed and stuff like that, but my stomach was hurting so bad, so I thought that like my period was coming, because my period was late. So I was like, okay, well, it's probably gonna come up later on in the month. So my stomach was hurting so bad, and it was like intense, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm in a lot of pain. And I was like throwing up, and then like my stomach, and I started like having to like blood just out of me, and I was like, guys, I'm not coming. Like, I'm sorry guys, I'm not coming. Like, can't, like, count me out. So I was just basically like treating it as if like I was, you know, on my period. But I was like, yo, these cramps, like, I know for me, I don't know if like other people's experiences, but I know if I skip a month, my menstrual will be like crazy. Like, the pains would be like, the cramps would be oh freaking D if I skip a month in my cycle. It's like, because I lived like right on the corner, like the next corner was a hospital. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just walk to the hospital or whatever. So I was like, he was texting me. He's like, oh, what's wrong with that? I was like, I don't know, I'm just gonna walk to the hospital, because like it hurts really, really bad. So when I told them, I was like, I think I'm having severe you know, menstrual cramps. And the lady, of course, they don't care. They're like, oh bitch, take us out now, go home. So, you know, but I was like, no, I just want to sit here and see a doctor. And then like I kept like running back to the bathroom, but it was hurting, and I was screaming, like it was hurting so bad. And then they ended up letting me go back in the back really quick. So they was asking me all these questions and stuff like that, and they was checking me out and stuff, and I'm just crying, rolling like back and forth on the bed. They're trying to like calm me down and hold me down and stuff like that. And they were just like asking me all these questions about when last time I had a period and like all the stuff like that. And then like when everything finally cleared, like the dust cleared, it was like, you just went through a miscarriage. And I was like, so I took the test, and then they were like, oh, you're pregnant, but you're going through a miscarriage right now. So I was like going insane. And I remember calling him, and he lived like probably like 45 minutes or 30 minutes, like on a good day, from me. So I remember him like racing down to the hospital, and he came and he was with me. And he just came over, and he was just like crying, and I was crying, and we were just like being really emotional because we're both cancers, and you know how cancers get down, we're emotional beings. And we were just like freaking out. And yeah, it was just crazy because the day, like literally like 5 minutes apart, I was like, oh, you're pregnant. And it's like, but you know, bad part of it is that you have a miscarriage. Sometimes I do think about it, and sometimes I get really sad and I start to cry, and I feel like I'm about to cry right now. But I think about it, but I know that at the time, I know emotionally, physically, financially, all that good stuff, I wasn't ready to have a child. But me, I don't believe in birth control, and I don't believe in abortions. So if I was pregnant and it would have been really successful, of course I would have kept my child. I would have just kept my baby, because I was not gonna be like, oh well, I gotta get rid of this, because I feel like it was my choice, and I gotta deal with the consequences of my choices. So yeah, so that was the time I was pregnant. And it still messed me up a little bit, because I still think about it, because I love kids so much, and like all my friends around me are starting that chapter in their life, and I'm just like, wow, I didn't even get to really complete my chapter in my life when it happened. But I'm still young, and I still have perfect, I have so much time to actually get pregnant and start a family and all this other good stuff. I'm happy that it was with him than anyone else at the moment that I was dealing with, because I felt like they would have just left me high and dry. But he was definitely there for me the whole time, just like, bro, like, it's gonna be okay, like we're gonna get through this, like, don't worry about it. But yeah, I was crying my shit off, and I thought it was just like so weird that it was on June 25th when I found out that I was pregnant, and I also had a miscarriage. And I was just crying. I was really sad for a really long time, and I cried a lot about it. And I didn't understand why. And I was telling my friend that because I have been in situations like this before. Like, I was engaged, I had the pregnancy, the miscarriage, and yeah, like plenty of times. And well, not plenty of times, like get pregnant forever, but like plenty of like like adult things happened in my life where it started and then it stopped. And I feel like because God has bigger plans for me, and I feel like I'm rushing to do the next thing when he still wants me to focus on the stuff that that I have in front of me. And I tried to like step over that and start what I want to start. And because I do that, I think he always like punish me for it and then put me back where I was. Because at the time I was so stressed out. I was in school working, and I wasn't working? No, I wasn't working. I was in school and I wasn't working, and I was freaking out because I've been working since I was 15 years old, and I love working. Not all the time, but I love making my money. So it was freaking me out. It was stressing me out because I wasn't working, and I hate not working. I hate not knowing where my money coming from. I just don't like that. I want my money in, like I'm just like that. So it was freaking me out that I didn't know that stuff. And then school stressing me out, personal life stressing me out, juggling all this stuff at once, YouTube stressing me out, everything was stressing me out. And then I was drinking a lot, I was smoking weed a lot, I was taking all of these pills that I had to take for health reasons, and all that stuff combined, and being pregnant. And then that early in the pregnancy, it was like Yeah, so all that stuff made like a big contribution to why I had the miscarriage. And yeah, it actually really is sad, because like I want to be a mother so bad, and I think about like how I will be with my kids, and like how will I raise them. Will I be strict like my mom? Will I be like goofy and laid back as my dad? Like how will I be as a parent, and like what will my child look like? And like, I mean, like I did say he was like baby Jason Derulo, like he wasn't really cute, so we would have had some cute ass kids. So I'm actually really mad about that part, but anyway. So I'm just thinking like how things could have gone, like how things could have been, like what kind of parent I would have been, like how, like what would I name, what I was like, boy or girl. Like I think about that stuff all the time, and I get super emotional, because I see like my friends and stuff that start that chapter and like complete the chapter and move on to the next chapter, and I'm just like, why am I still stuck at A when niggas on D, F, K, and G? Like what the fuck is going on? Like why can't I move on from what I'm in? Like I feel like I've been at a standstill in my life for years. Not saying that a baby or a boyfriend or a husband would change anything, but it's like I feel like I'm still stuck here and everyone else is doing other things. I feel like I'm not really progressing in my life. It's just with anything, I just feel like I'm not progressing the way my friends are, and that's my biggest problem, that I compare myself to other people, and I can't compare myself to other people. I gotta realize that this is my life, and this is the speed that I'm going at. I can't move as fast as everyone else, because it may not be for me, and obviously it ain't for me, because I try to move as fast as everyone else and it doesn't work out the way I want it to work out for me. So yeah guys, this was my story time I was pregnant, and yeah, pretty sad about it. I actually want to cry right now, guys. Like I don't know if you guys can see, like I'm like I don't know guys, like I don't know, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. But yeah, so that's my story time, and just like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know anything else you guys want me to talk about. I'll put some suggestions, and I'll do another poll on Twitter so you guys can tell me what you guys want me to talk about. I love you guys, and thanks for watching so much. Bye.